Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Luck's Cowboys going up against Bridgewater's Vikings. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the newest stadium in the NFL, and its inaugural year. There's a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. On first down, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they'd prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
We've got a 3rd and 11. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fielded just inside the 30. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. They come out here in the eye. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance, because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw is Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
On 1st down, it's Locke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Luck throwing again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Just beating the play clock is Locke. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's go. 180.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe to be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Shipped together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you, because you know there's 3 levels: defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Here's Luck now on second down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Third and long. It's Locke. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. To throw on second down is Locke. Shreds the tackle. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He'll rifle this. He's got a man. Complete. A pickup there of 37. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Second down, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. Then now the play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route. You are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When he sees zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Oh, jumping over. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Bridgewater now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
On the run, this is Jackson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that's complete to Lewis. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
Tiger! Let's go! 180! 2,
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go!
Now it's Jackson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jarrell Casey in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Brenza's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. Love. They complete it to Hill. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Bridgewater on first down. His throw incomplete. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. Second down now after the incompletion. One receiver left, 3 to the right. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And quickly they get to the line. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And again, it's Bridgewater. Caught right side. It's Lewis. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. First down, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. After the interception, it's long. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing again, Bridgewater on set. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. Love. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Third and long. It's Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, but pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd down, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Given 12 yards on that one, it earns him a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Bridgewater to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. One receiver left, three to the right. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big two-point conversion attempt. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. This is Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They come up in an offset eye. They go to Elliott again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Man, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Dallas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants.